make their home.
Sorry.
Oh, no problem. They make their homes and speak the Lushootseed language. All right, so we have open discussion. Does anyone have any fun holiday plans they'd like to share, New Year's goals, priorities that you realized you'd like to bring to the table? We would love to hear from you. I'll start with Alex.
Holiday plans? Sorry.
Next week is Thanksgiving, believe it or not.
Oh my goodness.
We're already there.
I don't know. I don't think I have anything out of the ordinary. I'm spending it, my family is from Stillicum, so it's just, maybe 20 minutes away. So I will probably go back there. I can't believe it's Thanksgiving already.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. And then after that, no holiday plans, personal holiday plans, really. I took a lot of vacation in summer, so I'm trying to work through the winter.
Very nice, very nice. Alex, please pass the baton.
All right. Cheryl, how about you?
Cool. For the holidays coming up, oh my gosh, it's next week. Of course, spending time with family for Thanksgiving, and then this weekend gonna have Friendsgiving. So just trying to prepare myself for the following week, and then I just want to see UW beat Wazoo next Friday. So
Go Dogs.
go Dogs.
Feel free
All
to
right.
put on Gerald.
Gala.
Oh, hi. It's interesting. We're going over to my nephew's wife's family's house. They live on, I guess it's not Fleck Creek, Chambers Creek.
Mm.
And apparently they have a big, beautiful house that we're gonna all go and have Thanksgiving on Thursday. And well, bringing some kind of side dish that I haven't really decided on yet. And then over the holidays, the other holidays next month, we're going to Hawaii on the 13th of December. So I need to reschedule our December meeting. And that's not going to be easy to do. So we'll talk about that later.
Can we just come with you?
Yes. Jacob, and then Kayani is the last. Besides Jessica.
Yeah, so most of my family is in Houston still, so I'm certain to hop onto a Zoom chat with them Thanksgiving at some point. And we have a Friendsgiving planned for this week. I think even actually a couple of iterations. We're going to one friend's house this week and then another friend's house next week.
Oh my gosh.
And my fiance and I are planning to go up to Victoria. We finally renewed our passports over the summer
Right on.
and booked a trip also in the teens of December to head up there and yeah, just relax a little bit, have some personal quiet time. I saved up vacation. I sacrificed summer vacation to save it up for the winter.
Yeah, one or the other.
Get one or the other. So yeah, that's what I'll be up to.
Very nice. Jacob, how long have you been engaged?
I've been engaged since last Thanksgiving.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
Fun.
I know of a great wedding venue. I might have already said that.
No, alas, before I met you, we had the spot all dialed in and reserved. We'll do it for a funeral. It'll be perfect.
I do those too. I do those too.
I know.
Kiani.
Hey, committee. Hey, Jacob. Thanks. I'll give you guys a little hint.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. I'm like, what's going on?
Cute.
Yeah, so starting things off a little on the early side. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, we're at Magic Kingdom right now.
That's great.
Good for you for taking this meeting.
Yeah.
Commitment.
We'll get the voting stuff out of the way early and then you can get back to having real
No,
fun.
I'm totally committed to you guys. Definitely.
No
I'm all in.
kidding.
Yeah.
I love it.
Love y'all.
I love the
Miss you.
bubble. Claire also.
Yeah, I love it too. Pretty good.
Mhm. You can tell you're really, you're all in the spirit of it too. It's like big smile. That's great.
I was looking, it's like he's wearing
Yeah,
t-shirts like.
Great to be here.
Fun. That's great.
Perfect. My holiday plans. Well, I got wrangled into Thanksgiving, which I try to keep for myself. So this year I'll be keeping other holidays in December to myself, but I will be going out to Lake Tapps to visit my family for Thanksgiving, which will be really fun and special. Things just this time of year get kind of crazy, and so I like to make sure I reserve time for myself. But yeah, I'm looking forward to visiting my family. I have a cousin who recently got married in June, so it's kind of I guess a big deal for us to all get together on Thanksgiving this year, just to kind of chat about that again and do the family things. What I'm really excited about this committee is just all of our committee members are amazing, but I really appreciate everything that the new members have been doing and getting onboarded and working with Kala. You guys are great and giving us a lot of enthusiasm and ideas, and I am really looking forward into what we can do in the years coming. So thank you all for your time, your participation, energy, going unnoticed by anyone. So my gratitude sits there. This committee is anything I really do, I'm fiercely a part of and committed to, and this is one of them. So just thank you. I really appreciate it. And I think we have a great team right now. So, all right. With that said, shared comments. We have a lot of things to do for MLK. I know that maybe I'm getting a little nervous. Kala, maybe that's okay.
Do you want to do that? Do you want to approve minutes on the agenda first?
Sure. I would love to.
Okay, get that out of the way.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. I just like to do things on my own schedule. Sorry.
That's what I'm here for, Annie.
I know, and I am nothing without you. So and I mean that sincerely. Do we have a motion to approve our meeting minutes?
Yeah, also move.
Perfect. And a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. And a motion to approve our notes for previous meeting?
Oh, that was the minutes. You also need to approve the agenda for today.
I would like to make a motion to approve the agenda for today.
Second.
Thank you, thank you. I just skip over all sorts of things. I'm sorry, Kala, it's clearly there. So for my comments, really, I just mentioned them, and MLK is probably my biggest focus that we can get through. So with that said, can we just keep it moving?
Sure.
Excellent. So we discussed staff updates, which Kala, you can give us kind of a staff update on onboarding and orientation status of where we're at.
Yeah, so everybody that is new to the committee has been through the orientation. So all three people, regardless of the fact that Kirsten immediately got the flu right afterwards, but it was all virtual, so we're safe. But that was fun. I had a good time learning about you all and giving you some idea of what to expect from this committee. Looks like Keone dropped off. He'll probably come back on. And then I also wanted to remind you, I put it in the email today, and I'm going to try and keep myself true to this, accessing the CERC's web page that I sent you the link to, so that you can always have that, because it's online. It's in the cloud, so you can look at agendas and minutes and that sort of thing when you're in Disneyland or Disney World or wherever you are. And then finally, for me, I wanted to talk about rescheduling the December meeting, and maybe we'll wait until Keone jumps back on so that we can do that. I'm going to be, again, as Jessica's heard me say this in the past, in December. I'm gonna be on a plane coming back from Hawaii on the 21st. So we need to find another date.
Which I think is great. And Cal, I guess we can talk about it more later, but December's hard.
It is really
Mhm.
hard. It's really hard. And then and then in January, the meeting date is the same week as Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Right.
So I wanted to talk a little bit, maybe we could do something, you know, in between early January or something, because we're going to be right towards the end of planning and producing that. So we can talk about that.
Love it. Let's see. Gerald, do you have some social media updates?
Yeah, so today I'll be taking a headshot or two headshots for our CERC commit, our CERC members. You can see, oh no, where's the camera over here? We have a lovely old school forum of a social media spotlight for us. I gave it to the two committee members here. Jessica, you don't have to send me one because you already filled one out, so thank you.
I got it done so quickly.
Yeah, so quickly, you know.
I got it done.
It's a year's progress, but you know, we're here. So also, I've been working with Kala to update the Tacoma venues and events website. So we have our special events page update, but also the program as well. Kala worked very hard on getting the a Spanish version of the program and kind of like
The funding application.
the funding
program, yeah.
application, the processes. So if you just go on, and I'll probably link, I'm not on a computer, but I'll give it to you guys a link on that so you can just share. I know the form is due I believe at the end of the month,
Yep, November 30th at
November 30th.
midnight.
At midnight, correct. So if you can share that page, but also in our news area on our TV website, we also do have that. So if you can share that link onto your socials, that would be great.
Whoops. Venues, Tacoma venues.
Yeah, tacomavenues.org.
.org/special-events.
Special dash events. Yeah.
-events.
Hope that
Cal,
works.
Thank you for having that translated. That's amazing.
Oh, yeah, it was interesting, and I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get their application in and it's all in Spanish unless they also fill it out in English. So, but I guess I can go back to our vendor and have it translated. It's just gonna delay it a little bit, so. Yeah.
I just think it's nice to be able to give everyone an opportunity, and that's very, compassionate. All the things Tacoma is, that is what that represents to me. So thank you for doing that.
Yep.
But other than that, with social media stuff, typically I have like stuff in front of me on my computer, but I'm here in person, so which is great. So other than that, yeah, just people who are watching the recording, just follow us on social media, and then for any other updates. So
Perfect.
I had a question for you.
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
Mhm.
May I ask a question, Chair?
Of course.
I was looking for an easy way to do a call for volunteers. I'm gonna talk,
Yes.
we talked a little bit about
Mhm.
this. And I'm gonna talk with Jennifer about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I went on LinkedIn, and there's actually, there's a way to do a call for volunteers on LinkedIn, but I thought maybe I'd just plant that seed and
Yeah.
in your spare time. I mean, we don't really, I think that January, like the first week of January is the deadline for getting your application in to either be part of the community outreach fair or be a volunteer.
Mhm.
And we have pretty specific roles, so I want to get those spelled out, but.
Yeah, and I know I talked to Stacy, and I know Golden and Manny are looped in. We're gonna do like kind of like a mini campaign of because on December 5th is National Volunteer Day.
Mhm.
Volunteer Day. So going to get that set up and then also post it on our socials and
Okay.
maybe leading up to it as well. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yay. So celebrate yourselves when you get around to December 5th.
Love it.
Tammy, do you have anything to add to staff reports for marketing or anything? Are you there?
Sorry, I am here. Yes. No, I don't think I do have anything, but
Boy, those microphones
just,
really are sensitive.
what am I really loud?
No, I said the microphones because I said, are you there? Are you there? And you go, yes, I'm here.
No, I'll just echo my thanks for you taking care of that translation. I think it's really great. It's a big step forward for us. So
Yeah.
looking forward to doing more of that as we move forward.
Tammy, your background almost fooled me because I thought there was palm trees.
I did too.
Well, and look at the snow on top of the dome too.
No, that's so good. I love that photo.
That's an old one. Yeah. Maybe we'll see that again soon. I don't know.
Who knows with this
It's
weather?
frosty this morning.
We could have a heat wave in December. Who knows? Perfect. Well, thank you guys for that update. Much appreciated. And thank you, all of you at Tacoma Venue and Events for everything that you do. A lot of people ask like who I work for and they get really confused because Courthouse Square and I do the city thing and I'm like, oh no, it's Tacoma Venue and Events that like really make CERC pop. I mean, city, yes, but really it's you guys and really appreciate everything that your departments do and what you bring to us from just daily meetings to the social media and the events that we have. And I thank you. And you guys really do make us shown and recognized and I appreciate it.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's a lot of work.
It's so much more than I had when I was in my old department. I mean, I was on my own. I was just like, I was just out in the desert all alone with no umbrella or water or anything. And here I am, like with all full staff behind me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tammy. Let's see.
Oh yeah, also
Oh.
one, you can probably mention Cal, but I'll be posting on social media later about for the special events, the informational session. So
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
post that on social this week. And this gives like a layout of what when the sessions are. There are 4 sessions. I know there's one on the 21st and the 22nd at 4 p.m. and then the following week on Monday and Tuesday at 4 p.m. So
And Gerald, can you elaborate on what that is? I'm assuming it's the sessions to help folks fill out their application. Like we
correct.
hear
I know
Cal-
Cal has more insight on it than I do.
So last time we did this, I had kind of an orientation, but this time I'm going to treat it more like a question and answer session. I have 4 dates. Next Monday and Tuesday at 4 o'clock each, and then the following Monday and Tuesday at 4 o'clock each. See how many people end up being there. I have right now, I want to say, I mean, there's 15 applications open and maybe 2 of them are complete. And so I know that there's a lot of questions sort of out there in the community. So I'm going to call each one of them and say each one that isn't complete, because the ones that are complete, I know them really well, right? I'm familiar with the organizations. I know that they put their time in and that it's complete.
Yeah.
But the other ones, there's a couple of them that were just like test. I'm not sure. I think maybe Brian did one of those, but so I'll go ahead and give them a call and just ask them to see if they can provide me more information.
Yeah.
I
And
don't want time to run out and have them call me after the 30th and say, well, I got my application in, but well, it doesn't say anything on it except your name and your organization. You know, so.
Kala, and I know you just mentioned when you're doing these, but is there any way that could go out in an email? Because I've gotten calls from folks that
Well,
approved
funny you
last-
should ask. I was
And-
going to share my screen. Oh, wait, no. Let's escape out of that.
I tell people, if you don't know how to fill it out, Kala usually reaches out somehow and allows her
That's
information
right.
that she can help you.
Oops. This is a weird keyboard. I'm gonna blame it on the keyboard. G/special events. Just hang in there, Jessica.
Yeah.
Show you where to go. I'll show you where to go. Okay. I'm gonna share my screen. And then it's also going to be on the TVE webpage as well,
Perfect.
which is prettier. Okay, so here's this. Can you see it? I'm scrolling down. Yes?
My screen just got.
Did I
Yes.
click on the wrong window?
No, we can see it.
So here it is for 4 informational sessions to be held in late November 2022. So it just says Monday, and then I've already gotten at least one email from somebody that wants to sign up for it. So I have the Zoom meetings all set up already. And as people send me emails, I'll just send them the Zoom link so they can join us for one or more of those 4 sessions. So they're on the special events page, and it's an easy URL. So it's just cityoftacoma.org/special events.
Okay.
And then, or tacomavenues.org/special-events.
That's coming soon.
Coming soon.
I'm writing it down right now.
He's sending himself a message. Okay. All right, so I stopped sharing, right?
So sorry.
And did you guys have questions about what we were just talking about? Because I know it's sort of,
Well, I can tell you kind of what I gathered implicitly. Let's see if I'm roughly on the right page. So we have a funding deadline for upcoming events, which, oh, it's just right around the corner, man.
I know,
Wish we'd
too
come in
fast.
June or something and start doing some
Yeah,
outreach to some places.
Yeah,
But
that's
so
okay.
that coming around the corner, we have an exit 14 incomplete funding applications.
something like that, yeah.
that need to be completed. And so we're running a couple of
Q&As.
Q&As, seminars.
Yes.
Specifically for those people to help them
Right.
finish out the effort there.
Yeah. Very good. You were listening. And the relevance to this committee is that there will be a subset of this committee that will be part of the selection process. So you will get to read all of those application forms. And I mean, last year there were 42. I don't feel like there's going to be that many this year, but who knows? People wait until the last minute to fill out applications. They
How long
just,
does this application take to fill out? I were to, like,
it's
read it,
really
but it-
short. It's really short, but it can take a half hour. It can take 2 hours. I mean, I've had people call me and say, well, what do I do about this?
But that would
But
be
then
like
somebody
that.
else said, this is the easiest grant application form I've ever filled out in my life, right? So.
Okay.
So it runs the gamut, depends on their experience or,
Is it an online form?
yeah, it's a Survey Monkey form.
Sure.
Right, and so what I was just showing you, that one page, the special events page, the link to the form is there, but link to the guidelines. So I tell people, read the guidelines first, because that has all the criteria, all the eligibility requirements, everything in there, examples of how to, how you can use the money. It has a kind of a dummy budget form for people that don't have their own budget figured out. I just want a basic budget so we can see where we fit in, where
Right.
this funding fits into the whole process
Do we
for
keep
them.
a listserv of contact information for prior grant applicants?
We have a
Like years
spreadsheet.
from.
Yeah.
That's effectively the same thing.
Yeah.
So do we send out emails to
Mhm.
prior
Mhm.
applicants to be like, hey,
Mhm.
this is kind of reach out?
Yep. Yep. And this year we limited it to 1 application per organization. So they kind of have,
Oh, was that not the limit before?
no,
Oh, so people would submit from multiple events. They'd say, I'm
multiple
hosting
events, yes.
7 different dinners,
Yeah.
so here's 7 $10,000 applications. Cool.
Yeah, we didn't want to have to deal with that. And I think that might be why we'll have a reduced list this year because, Metro Parks got a little carried away.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So that's what that's about.
That's
All
perfect.
right.
Thank you. And thank you for your work on that. I feel like every year it gets better and better. So
Yep.
that's a good
That'll work.
path to be on. All right. So we can move on to the MLK planning.
Mhm.
So we have a city line appearance January 5th. I believed we discussed Alex and I doing that.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Dear Alex, I discuss you more than I probably.
Your name comes up a lot. We're having our monthly meeting.
All-
We
all
have a
of the
weekly
names come up,
meeting.
Actually, they all come up because
It's
Calla,
true.
no, because we're like, oh my gosh, this person can do this and they have the
Mhm.
strength and you
Mhm.
guys make us giddy. So Alex, if you are available, those are usually in the morning at like around 8:30.
Let's see.
Typically the
Yes,
call
the
time.
answer is yes. I just need to. put it on my phone.
And I'll be sending information.
Oh.
So the way this works is, have you watched City Line yet, Jacob? I don't know.
I've been on City Line.
No kidding.
Yeah,
So, you know-
for the man who shot Liberty Balance.
Oh,
Little theater.
fabulous.
There.
That's great. So
Yeah.
you've met Amanda.
I have met and I adore him.
Oh, everybody.
Oh, get
She's
in
great.
line, sir.
Yeah,
Get in line. Her and her wife have promised to adopt me as their niece and bring me to Hood Canal once a year.
Oh, see, that's a line I want to get in. Yes, I'm in.
Yeah. Right? So, yeah, so you kind of know what it's like, you know, they have all the questions and answers ahead of time. And then Amanda throws that out the window and then she makes up her own questions. Sort of.
That is
mean-
not true.
She does follow it pretty closely because it's sort of, I mean,
My experience is you start with like one or two
And
and
then
then you
it goes-
start to get off the weeds.
Right.
She
Right.
goes back and forth, but there's definitely like fun things she sees, which actually I adore her for that because it makes it interesting. She
Mhm.
finds
and now they've reduced,
Fine.
they've
things
restricted
to-
it to only 2 people on the couch at any time, so had to
Is that
kind
a
of,
COVID thing or just a?
I don't know if it's gonna change, but that's what Fred reminded me.
Okay.
That only 2 people can be there. We used to have like 3 or 4 if we could fit people in a room. It might be because of time too, you know, so that, whoop, sorry about that. So that it doesn't take too much time.
No, that makes sense. But it's a great show and we'll all have opportunities to participate in that in the future as a committee. So
Yeah.
very exciting. Love Amanda and everyone up at I guess that's TV.
TV Tacoma.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the production update, Jennifer's not here, but you and I will be meeting with her again tomorrow, if you feel up to it.
Yes.
Jennifer Durham, our intrepid event producer, event manager. She's already reached out to volunteers. She's reached out to the usual suspects. So we have like 2 churches that send a whole contingent of ushers. And they all wear white gloves and black uniforms. It's really cool. And then we also have some other people that do, like, they come in and they fold the program. We might not need them to do that this time, but they come in and they do whatever it is that we need them to do. And it's usually the same thing, the same group of people every year. And sometimes they just show up even if we don't call them, because they know when Martin Luther King Jr. Day is. And that's fine. But anyway, so she's trying to, you know, maintain a little bit of control over that. We do need somebody to, since we haven't heard from Cecily for a while, and I'm not sure what's going on there, but maybe you could do a little sleuthing, Jessica.
I will reach out to her. I see where you're going with that.
Okay, so the outreach fair, we would like to, Jennifer specifically asked for us to find one person on the committee to maybe be the go-to person. And what that looks like is it's like, you know, maybe wrangling a few volunteers to help set up tables and get them all, not set up tables, that's the union people do that at the convention center. But to get the tables ready for the community outreach fair organizations to come in and set up on those tables in the morning of the 16th. And then just to make sure that everybody has what they need. So that's at least one person from the committee could help with that. And then, and Jennifer has it kind of buttoned up into a whole process. She's very, very, very organized person. And then we'll talk about some of the other roles. But I also have, I didn't package them. I didn't print them out here, but I did send them to you, Jessica, and those are all of the nominations for the, I think I got 7 of them, 6 or 7 of them that I sent to you. And I wanted you to look at them first, and then maybe put together a selection subcommittee.
Okay.
Where, maybe you and two other people can look them over with a fine tooth comb. And then, maybe I can call all the references for you
Okay,
in the next few days. So that you have enough information to maybe have a special vote on that.
Mhm.
I mean, we can even do it at the December meeting. We have to have something to Fred soon, like by the beginning of December, so.
we do.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that this task, does anyone feel very interested in participating in this, in volunteering for the subcommittee?
Yes, I would love to read through those nominations.
Got a feeling?
Very interested.
I love it.
Very good. Awards. Jessica and Jacob. Two J's. We have a lot of K's and J's on this committee.
I like it because I'm Jessica Christine Johnston.
Okay, new pen. Hold on. I'll use a pencil. These are pencils. Run out of ink. Okay, I will send those to you, Jacob. Maybe even before we leave here today.
Probably want me to just forward this.
Yeah, could you? Bless you. That would be wonderful. And then we'll set up some kind of special get
You don't
together and
have
make that selection.
yet.
And I
Jacob, will you
still, I haven't heard from the mayor's office about her special recognition, but I will put a deadline on that of like, December 1st or something.
Perfect.
Okay.
Jacob, really quick, I'm so sorry. What is your email?
It's Tice Blade, so TICE blade, like the sharp part of a sword, at gmail.com.
Got it.
Does that have to do with your wit?
No, that has to do with literal swords. I'm a fencer, I'm a sword fighter.
Are you kidding?
Wow.
Oh my God, the things that we learned about you guys. I don't have anything.
It's also, I was one of the first people, I got the second round of invite only Gmail invitations. So like, one of my buddies got round
Oh.
one and then he had 5 or 10 that he could send out. And that's the one I set up when I was like 16 years old. And I'm sticking to it.
Nice.
Nice.
Wow, that's
Don't
awesome.
let it go.
Yeah. He's jealous. Or you don't have some
Oh,
kind of
no.
hidden,
No, it's just my name.
oh yeah, me too.
I've been told I should switch to that. I'm resisting the pressure.
No, I think it's great.
fun. People like it.
Well, and especially for something like this, I mean, if you want to make up something that says like Jacob on CERC, whatever. But
Jacob.tice.is.a.person.
I love it. Okay, so Jennifer is going to invite or request Lionel
Yep.
Donovan for the MC role. That's her task. And then my task was to go out to the TPU site and do some fundraising and get that community support grant. And it's still not up there, so.
Mhm.
I'm gonna call somebody over there and say, what's the deal? Because they make the selection like January 4th or 10th. So it's right before our event. But I still want to make sure that they're in the community outreach fair, so.
Yeah.
It's-
I'm sure they will be. I feel like so many people are just still getting used to in person and what they did before we shut down.
Mhm.
I think it's not only are we reminding people, but it's kind of like a dust off of the, COVID life,
Totally.
which is
Um,
hard.
And I got I think what I'm gonna do is work with Bukoda to maybe do a special ask from the mayor for the imam, Dr. Mohammed,
Mhm.
for a keynote or, whatever we're gonna call special speaker or
Yeah.
guest speaker. I don't know.
I
We
just
haven't
really
decided.
enjoyed the idea of him as I researched him last year.
Mhm.
And I know he came down with COVID, so it might be a nice
Yeah.
re-invite.
Yeah, so the imam for the Tacoma Islamic Center, he has he's been doing a couple of things over the past year and a half, 2 years, whatever. And one of them was convening a interfaith group of faith leaders. And this was right after their center was burned, was arson.
Yep,
Was that
yeah,
was late last year, right?
yeah, no, I thought it was in I guess it was 2021, yeah.
Yeah, that was last year.
Yeah. But he was so great. And also I think the story is so great because not only does he do, you know, these interfaith kind of dialogues and speeches, but also many different churches and synagogues and different community, you know, organizations offered their space to allow, you know, his community to come in and do their prayer service and all the things. It's a really touching story and very humbling as far as bringing all different types of folks together to one table for the purpose of growth and compassion. And I think it'd be right now in our world of needing to blend all the sides, he'd be a great person to uplift us.
Right, and I talked to the woman at Associated Ministries that works with him, and she said that he's just a really inspirational speaker. And we need to have that, so. Okay,
All right, so on to City of Destiny Awards. Open nominations. That's not yet, right? That makes me want to.
yeah, no, it's gonna be the Friday probably. I gotta write I just have to pull up last year's, I know, I'm sorry. Yes, everything overlaps, it's okay. But they'll close like the first week of February, so we'll be past MLK and everything, and you guys will be refreshed, ready to review all of those wonderful applications, nominations for those. There's 10 categories, you guys, so we usually have 10 awardees. It's pretty cool.
We did really well at that last year, I thought, getting through the nomination. Yeah.
Yes, that was very good. Okay.
All right, so forming subcommittees. So MLK subcommittee.
Well, that's something that you had asked for.
Right, well, because I just want to know who really, who feels any sort of way about working on these three committees, because these, in my opinion, are the three that we really need to focus on. So MLK, I feel like Jacob, you're gonna be one.
Yes, I'm happy to help with that in a lot of different capacities.
Perfect. I want to give opportunity, obviously, for Alex and our other three committee members to decide where they would like to be as well. So I guess perhaps spend some time thinking about how you might, or which subcommittee you would like to sit on and help out with. It really does help when we have different folks kind of focusing on different parts of what we do, just to make sure that we're moving together as a committee. Just so it's not me watching everything, and I'm not saying that in a bad way at all. Like I like being a part of everything, but obviously I want to give everyone a chance to really shine and take a lead in the places that make sense for them. So Cal, I don't think we have to have answers on this today, but please think about it.
There's one subcommittee that's not listed here, like the handbook. You know, you won't come back around to that, like rules and procedures for like until 2024 probably, because you just approved edits to it.
Mhm.
And it's supposed to be looked at every couple of years. But I would say that there's two other areas that I think are really important. One is fundraising.
Mhm.
Kind of fell off
Mm.
the radar. So I don't know if you guys want to add that one back in for consideration.
I would, yes.
I know you do.
fundraising, and also, Cal, I'm not sure what we can call it, but in my mind, it's future events, because I think we've all kind of talked about wanting to add more things like a Juneteenth, or, you know, something just for different communities that maybe we feel like aren't being represented, to make sure that we're doing something to honor all traditions and all backgrounds of folks that make up Tacoma.
Mhm.
And again, please sit on it, think about it, send Cal and I an email, open to all the things. Obviously, we probably wouldn't like have another big award show, but I still think it would be fun if we had, not fun, but important to have other events that we host or are a big part of that will represent us all.
I agree. I think we lean hard on the recognition
Yeah,
part of the
yeah.
community and a little less on the event side.
Yeah, right? That's smart.
Right. And so I think exactly that, Jacob. I think it's important that we have the celebration part too, right? Which is what we are. And it doesn't need to be awarded a thing, but just to celebrate, you know, different folks in the community would be good.
Yeah, and you know, to that point, there's a lot of other departments that have awards programs, and you know, they always reach out to me and say, well, you know, how can CERC support us? And I'll say, well, you know, if you have funding that's associated with your awards program, and you want consultation services or whatever, you know, we can provide that and provide a template for that. But then they always like, then I hear crickets, you know?
Mm.
So I mean, it would be nice, maybe we can get a list of all of the other awards programs that are going on, like neighborhood and community services and some others, to see where we can align
Mhm.
and how we can align, because I can't really think of, you know, like off the top of my head how that would
No,
look.
and I would love that. And I would love to even just say, hey, we, you know, people from our committee would like to volunteer to help you do a thing or bring acknowledgement to what you are doing. I think that that's important for us to broaden out a little bit. And I know that right when I started, which was during the pandemic, right before the pandemic, I can't even remember now, but we had talked about doing these things.
Mhm.
And it, you know, as everything with the pandemic, it got kind of tabled and pushed to the back. But I would love to move this forward, and I feel like you guys are all eager to do so. So please don't feel like, I don't care if it's reading books to children, like let's get involved and do a thing, because it matters, right?
Yeah, right. Reading books to children.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll do that.
I don't know if that, how passing a comment that was, but the library is an incredibly rich place to look for things like that.
Yeah.
The
No,
library
that-
does
that was a
tons of like
Comment,
festivals.
yeah.
I want to read books to dogs. Can I do that?
Pet dogs that are for service. We
Pet
could do all-
dogs that are reading books.
I want to add one other one for consideration, if you don't mind.
Yes.
I would like to add, and it's would be an ad hoc thing, and it's committee recruitment. And the reason I bring this up is because I sit on the board for the Washington Festivals and Events Association, and I was lucky enough to be part of the nominating committee for new members. And I just thought it was really great, and they put it on us as opposed to just letting the process happen passively. So,
Yeah,
and I have another meeting with our CBC staff liaison, CBC meeting committees, boards and commissions, staff liaisons. We meet once a month. So we're meeting this Friday, and I wanted to bring it up as maybe something that all of the CBCs could benefit from. Like maybe there's, you know, a couple of people, you know, from different committees, boards and commissions that would like to be involved in the recruitment process, because I don't think that happens. I think I don't know how you
No,
guys
it
feel.
absolutely, it
It
took
doesn't,
me years
yeah.
to figure out that this
Yeah.
was even really an option, and then another
Mhm.
couple months to like navigate through all.
And then
the
that horrible application form, which they're trying to insert.
Yeah,
Pretty minimal, I think
I
is the
know.
graceful way to put it.
Well, and it also feels redundant, like they ask you something on one page, and then the same kind of question is on the next page. So I think that the feedback from the committee members is as important, if not more important, than my input.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not applying for those committees. And there's like 14 different committees to choose from, and they should lock it down so you can only choose like 3, because Otherwise, you're being interviewed, you know, the potential for being interviewed is like ongoing and never ending. You know, and if you have that many interests, then that's fair, but
And I think
So-
it's nice to know who wants to really be committed to each committee. I like
Yeah.
that idea. And I mean, I've even gotten people, you know, recently, and I'm like, you literally like did not see the application. It's just online. But you
and
know,
you can,
folks-
yeah, and just so you know, recruitment can go on 24/7, 365 days a year, right? You can apply and you might forget that you applied, but you know, the clerk's office, believe me, they're gonna call you and say you
Mhm.
applied for this. Do you want an interview? So,
I think
okay,
that's a great idea, Kala. Thank you.
I will add that. Okay,
All right. Do we have any public comment?
there's one attendee.
Are you serious?
Really?
How exciting. Are you
This
lying?
is-
No.
No, this is thrilling.
We have one attendee. Who is this? If you unmute yourself, should I ask you to unmute?
Your number ends with 9165. Oh,
Maybe they don't want to comment.
That's fine. That's fine. No worries. Okay, might be one of our members too that I can't.
Watch Cecily.
So no comment at this time?
looks like no comment at this time. Gosh, that made me so excited.
I know you were.
It might in fact be.
Might be,
Huh.
might be Keani. I have to look at his phone number. Because remember he.
Oh,
He was in and then
Dropped
he's
off.
dropped off.
Okay, so let us go on to. Oh, items for future agendas. So. Last time we had MLK updates, City of Destiny Award, public comment procedures, and then the social media profiles. So once we're done with this, we can stop recording and do one or two headshots here.
I already sent my name, so you're
Yes.
doing one.
One
He's doing
headshot.
one, Jacob.
Yes.
Yes. Wait, did you bring your sword? I mean, your foil?
No, it is.
Yeah, the sword.
Talk about it.
Okay, all right.
I don't fiddle around with that.
Okay. Sounds good. Do you have anything else, Chair?
I
Johnson?
don't, except for gratitude and thank you to everyone, Kala, everyone. Thank you so much. Again, I'm just really excited about this group.
So are we hoping to have like another doodle scheduling survey sent out for December?
Yeah,
And if so, is the target week still the week of the 20th?
well, I will be back on the 22nd, which is Thursday. So we could look at that, those, you know, but those are right before,
That's the weekend leading,
right up to
right?
Christmas.
Where are you then, Jacob?
Yeah,
We'll have gotten back. We're gonna be gone, I think, the 16th through the 20th. So we should also be back by then.
okay. About the same.
I'm very flexible, so whatever works for everyone, but I guess a
I will
doodle.
do I will do the doodle calendar though, because I think that helped me last time.
Yeah.
And we're only
Yeah,
looking
I
for
think-
one date.
Yeah.
So, and I just need to do the special notice. I have to do a special notice to the media. For
For all these.
all these people that are waiting here.
I love it. Well,
And, okay, the bar is set really high now that Keani checked in from Disneyland or Disney World.
Yeah, no kidding.
And so if anybody's on
Almost back.
vacation, I mean, I've done it before from, you know, South Carolina, so.
So will we be at that point, all of the nominations for MLK need to be in by then, by the time that meeting happens?
Yeah, so MLK closed November 7th. We have them all. Now you have them. And what we do is we will make a special meeting, which does not have to have a quorum. It can be a subcommittee meeting, and you can make a recommendation for up to 2 awardees, because we only have time in our program for 2 out of the 6 or 7 that there are. And then the rest, and that's called a roster, even though there's only 2 names on it. And then that goes to the rest of the committee to make a decision on, to at least vote to support your recommendation. It's pretty easy.
So should we have something like that before Thanksgiving then, do you think, Jessica?
I guess it kind of depends on how Jennifer and Fred are feeling tomorrow.
We'll find out tomorrow. I'll
Yeah,
run it by them
I mean,
tomorrow.
I wish it was already done, Jacob, and that's not like a not.
I feel that,
Yeah.
I feel that kind of vibe that there's some
Yeah,
urgency.
no,
behind it.
and that's not, it's just how this process has gone this year. And yeah, anyway, I mean, before Thanksgiving would be amazing. I don't know if we can do that, though. Kala, do you think?
Well, let's check with Fred and Jennifer tomorrow. Okay? And then we'll make a decision, a hard decision by tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, but Jacob, the sooner you're able to look at the email I just sent to you and we can kind of chat about it, the sooner we can give our recommendations over to the committee and let Kala do her magic of how to organize the next meeting.
Okay, yeah, that was what I was referring to. That
Yeah.
should definitely, so we should be doing that
Yes,
later this weekend, maybe. I'll shoot you an email. We'll figure something out.
yes, yeah, please.
Okay.
Perfect. Sounds great.
And
Well,
if you
thank-
want to invite Stephanie Caldwell to come and review anything, she'd be happy to do that, I bet.
She would love to, and I think I mentioned this to you, Kala.
Yes.
I saw her at an event and she says she must be invited to volunteer MLK. She's like so excited. She will do anything that we want. She has tons of experience. She was a CERC member, but she's just a loyal Tacoma, community member at heart. I just love her and she will do anything for us. We'll
long as it doesn't
use
take
her as
too
much
much-
as possible.
No, not too much
No.
of her precious time.
But she loves this. This is a very special awards ceremony to her. So,
Right on.
all right. Well, I think that will conclude our meeting.
Oh,
Get that.
do I need a motion or something?
You do, but you don't need to vote on an adjournment.
Oh, okay.
A motion to adjourn.
Alex.
Second.
Well, you can't motion.
Oh, you can't motion. I motion to adjourn.
Yes.
Oh, okay, Alex, and then Jacob. So it's just you guys in the room. We're such
Yeah.
professionals.
Good thing there's no press here.
I'm better in front of press. I'll-
Yeah.
I'm a little star like that, unfortunately. Anyway, okay, perfect. Well, thank you guys. I'm sorry I'm not there. I would love to be there to help cheer on the headshot.
Maybe I'll get one too.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Yeah. I mean, let's all do it. So I'm so excited for this to roll out. Gerald's been trying to do this.
For a year.
It was like his first
Okay.
major ask of us. So thank you
Yes.
for
Did
sticking
you
with
fill
us.
out your form and give it to him?
Yes, I will.
Okay,
Right now.
all right. I'm gonna turn this off.
Okay, bye.